The beautiful island of Bermuda hosted the second leg of the 2019 ITU World Triathlon Series. Last year's runaway winner, Flora Duffy, was sidelined with injury, and in the Bermudians' absence, it looked a wide-open race with 44 women taking their chance on the start line. Katie Zaferes of the USA had won the opening event in Abu Dhabi in March and finished on the podium here 12 months ago, and she was always prominent in the water. This full Olympic distance, so 1,500 meters to swim. And as they came out the water for the first time with one lap still to go, it was Learmonth of Great Britain who led the way. No real surprise there. Maya Kingma also an excellent swimmer. You can see torrential rain for the second lap of the swim. Vicky Holland had got a very good start. The reigning world champion lying in third place in the water with just 500 meters to go. Fortunately, the rain abated towards the end of that second lap, and the forecast thunder and lightning storms failed to materialize, which was a relief for all concerned. So out the water, Learmonth was right there, as you would expect her to be. Kingma also. Vicky Holland would have been well pleased with her swim, and Zaferes right in touch as well. You can see the surface water that deluge had created in the transition zone. No problems though for any of those leaders. Almost a problem for Lottie Miller bumping into Vicky Holland, but she was okay. And Zaferes just about managed to get on the back of that leading trio. So there were four of them: Holland, Zaferes, Lottie Miller and Learmonth. And Taylor Spivey back there in fifth place in no man's land, really. And she would soon fall back into the chasing pack, but they were a fair way behind. They really got a great head start, the leading quartet, on the rest of the field. Remember last year, Flora Duffy had ridden the entire race on her own. This time there were four of them. As they came through transition to complete their second lap, they were already well clear of all the potential chasers. There was one big surprise to come though, because Vicky Holland started to struggle. The world champ fell off the back of the leading trio. Normally such a technically proficient cyclist, so just the three of them as they came into transition, and the statistics would suggest Zaferes was a big favourite. She had a far quicker best time over 10,000 metres than her two rivals. Just a slight hitch in transition for the American, getting that shoe on. So she was third away after Learmonth and Miller, but the natural order of things was soon restored within less than a kilometre. Zaferes at the head of affairs, from Learmonth trying to hang on as close to the American as she could. Learmonth chasing a fifth podium, and less than 3 kilometres in, Zaferes had opened up a huge gap over the Brit, and Learmonth in turn was well clear of Miller in third. The Norwegian starting to visibly struggle, and even though she'd had a 2.5 minute advantage over the chasing pack, she was reeled in 3 kilometres from home by Canada's Joanna Brown. She herself chasing her first ever WTS medal, but Zaferes was well clear, absolutely no danger. More danger to the cameraman actually than to the leader, although he was okay, you'll be glad to learn, and Zaferes is more than okay. Time to hug her parents in the crowd. A second successive victory for the ultra-consistent American in a time just shy of 2 hours. Learmonth came home for a very good second place, excellent points for the Briton, and back in third, a first ever podium for Canada's Joanna Brown. You could see exactly what it meant to her after breaking her shoulder twice last year. All about Zaferes though, another stellar display.
I was really happy to have a better swim than last year, and then inspired by Flora from last year's race, and I just wanted to commit to those first few laps. And Jess and Lottie, they did so much work with us, and we just kept pushing the entire 10 laps and put us in a good position for the run.
So 2 races, 2 victories, the clear series leader, and she is the woman to catch going into the next event in Japan.